Let's take all this up now with our guest, New York Post columnist Karol Markowicz and former Miami Beach Mayor Philip Levine. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Karol, let me start with you. So the president begged the Saudis, his new best friends apparently, not to restrict output, but they ignored him and went ahead and did it anyway. What does this say about Biden's energy policy?
I mean, it says that a fist bump apparently is not a deal, and doesn't really mean that much in this economy. And the thing is, even when the economic indicators are good, they don't feel that good. I filled up my gas tank recently and was so pleased when it was around $80. Florida has a gas tax holiday for the month of October, so that helped a bit. But it reminded me that $80 to fill up a gas tank, and of course I let it get to where the light is on, is not that great. Gas prices are still around double what they were when Biden took office, and things just feel on the brink. I think it's important to remind people that all of this is happening because we thought we could shut the economy off and then just turn it back on again, and we couldn't, and it's important that we never make that mistake again. But it would also help if the people in charge would stop taking credit when things improve slightly and kind of take seriously what's happening to the average American person. I think that the gas thing is such a pivotal thing in our economy right now, because I think that's where Americans feel it the most, and it's where the Biden administration could make changes but simply isn't.
Philip Levine, it is a strange state of affairs, isn't it, that we have an administration that is apparently committed to cutting and indeed ultimately eliminating fossil fuel production. Then you have a president who, when gas prices rise, begs the Saudis to raise production. They ignore him. Now he's going to Venezuela, another great country with a great regime. He wants them to raise oil production. There's no consistency here, is there? Surely America can be self-sufficient with its own energy, but instead we're going around the world asking these regimes to help out.
Well, I think what it is I think Yogi Berra said it's deja vu all over again. I feel like I'm living under the Carter administration years. We're very concerned about stagflation. Clearly, we had rising oil prices. We had a situation where we had unlimited immigration coming in. At that time was the Mariela boat lift from Cuba. So here we are today, and I feel a little bit, Jerry, like we're trying to raise interest rates to bring this in for a soft landing. But unfortunately, it's like a plane that's going too high. If you turn off the jet engines and you nosedive, you'll crash land the plane. And the issue, I believe, with this inflation has to do, it's oil. It was the supply chain problem we had. And clearly what we need to do is not be that drastic with these measures. And I'm highly concerned about it. But, you know, it's the 1970s. And I think as President Carter at the time said, we have a crisis of confidence. And that is the big concern. That's what people are feeling right now.
Karol, briefly, it was very striking that President Biden clearly wanted some relief at the pump ahead of the midterm elections, kind of desperation, which suggests that they are very worried, the Democrats, about what's going to happen. Do you think that the economy ultimately is going to matter more in those midterm elections and is actually going to lead to a big Republican win?
I do. I think the Republicans should be talking more about the economy. I think a lot of things are functioning sort of well, and I think that the Republicans are not speaking about what's hurting the American population the way it is. I think gas prices, again, is such a model for what's going wrong in our economy. It's something that could be fixed but is not, and I think the Republicans should really target that going into these midterms. I think they don't talk about it enough, that the average American person is hurting, and it isn't the crisis of the treadmill or whatever Jen Psaki said when she was the spokesperson. It's a number of things that's really hurting the American population, and Republicans should be speaking to those concerns.